Hello everyone, welcome to Cookroid and my name is Saurabh Kukreja. Today we are going to do day 12 of this 30 days of code challenge, and in day 12 we basically learn about inheritance. So the problem statement over here is that we have been given two classes. One is the base class is person, and we have to derive a student class out of that, and for a particular student we have to calculate the scores, average score, and then give a grade to it based on this grading scale. So we'll come to the question over here. uh, as you can see, we have already been given a person class, and what we have to do is we have to, and this is also written, but what we have to do is we have to first make a constructor out of that. So let's say write a constructor here. We'll write here uh, which accepts three parameters. So we'll give three parameters for this. Before that, we can write the three parameters. So one of them is already test scores. Second is first name. Last name. We have the ID. And the test scores, it's already there. It's an array of integers, right? Now in our constructor we have to assign these values. So it will be the same way. I'll pass in all these parameters: first name, string, last name, int ID, and int of test scores, right? Now if you see class a solution, our main method, it passes four of these, like four parameters, which we are expecting in our student constructor. But now as student is derived from person class, I don't have to declare all of, like I don't have to initialize all of these. What I'll do is I'll say my super of these first three parameters. So when we call super, that means I'm referring to my parent class. Our parent class is person, and our parent class is already initializing all the three parameters, the three different parameters. So I'll say super, first name, last name, and ID. And the fourth one I will initialize with, because this is what I need over here, this dot test scores equals to test scores. So even if I don't declare all these, it should be fine. So we don't want these, right? Now our second step is to have a method calculate, and what it should do is it should calculate the average of scores and then return a grade on the based on the grading scale. So I'll say public char, because it needs to return a char character, calculate. Right, and then what it will do is, first I'll say sum, because to calculate an average I need sum of all the scores. I'll say 0, and I'll have a for loop to iterate through all of my scores, and I equals 0, I less than test scores dot length I plus plus, right? Now I'll say sum plus equals to test scores of I. So what I'm doing is I'm adding all of the test scores together and putting it in a value sum. This can also be written as sum equals sum plus test scores of I, right? Now I got the sum. Now to calculate the average, what I'll do is int average equals to sum divide by test score star length. You can put this in a variable if you want, that's fine, we'll just go ahead with that. Now we've got the average. Now what we have to do is we have to look at this grading scale and we have to return a grade for the student. So we'll use if else condition over here. When average, so the first table says greater than 90, greater than equal to 90, less than equal to 100. So I'll say greater than equal to 90 and average is less than equal to 100. So we have to return what? Oh, I think oh, right. Similarly, I'll keep on adding my else if conditions. The next one is less than greater than equal to 80, less than 90. Now I just have to write greater than equal to 80. Average is greater than equal to 80. Reason is because if it is equal to 90, then obviously it will come here. So I need not write like and condition for this guy. Let me just copy this and paste it a couple of times. Right now I'll say greater than 80, less than 70, greater than 70, less than 80. So I'll say 70. The next one is 55 to 70. So if it is greater than 55, it should come here. Then if it is between 40 to 55, that means greater than 40 should come here, and else and then at last I'll add else, so that if there is anything else like less than 40, it should return something. Now I'll just add all of these part, return t if it is less than t. This guy is, what is this, 40. So above 40 it is d, p, it is d, then it is p, $70 is a, $80 is e. E, a, o, a, e, p, t, d. Oh, so this should be e and this should be a. Okay, and now let's try to run this and see what we get. That's the main thing. Let's try to run it. Okay, so our first test case pass, and let's try to submit it. See if the test cases pass or fail. Yep, all good. So basically what we learned over here is one thing, which is inheritance. So if any class is inheriting another class, we can use super to, we don't have to reinitialize all of the different parameters again. We can simply use super, and that's it. So we used for loop, we calculated the sum and returned a character. Okay, that's it for day 12. See you again at day 13 challenge. Thank you so much guys, stay tuned.